driving, and she had a bumper sticker on her car that said, "My Cocker Spaniel is smarter than your honor student." It made me really sad because riding in the back of her car was a golden retriever. Obviously not doing as well. You just see her putting it up there like, this ought to motivate him. So I think one of the silver linings of the recession is that it brings bill collectors back into our life. I think that's a relationship that ends all too abruptly. And I know that if I was a bill collector, I would always make one last call to say thank you. Thank you for finally sending in that payment. You know, I'd like to think maybe in some small way I played a part in that happening. For a long time you weren't sending it in, and then I started calling you. And then you sent it in. I'm going to miss you. It's your voice on the machine. And then you pretend to be a roommate and tell me you're not home. Yes, there's things I take back. The Saturday morning calls and the hang-ups, I can't change that. But I'm hoping that maybe you'll give me another chance. And judging by your credit history, which I have here in front of me, you probably will. I just want to take a minute while I have everyone's attention to publicly apologize to men wearing business suits and riding their bicycles. I don't know when it changed. I used to see you and think, wow, despite what must be a busy office-based career, he is finding time in his life to make fitness a priority. And I don't know what changed, but now when I see you, I think, he has had his license revoked. He's not allowed to drive a car. Lately I struggle when I'm out to eat and the waiter will approach and ask if I want fresh ground pepper on my entree. Usually always I just say yes, because I'm not going to have him thinking that I can't enjoy the finer things in life. But just recently I tried, you know, I said, I'm not sure, and could he leave the pepper there until I decide? Oh no, no, you couldn't do that. You don't trust me with the pepper? You left me here with a candle. You left me here with fire. Okay. I think that if I'm ever sent to prison for life and the judge sort of flippantly tells me that I can throw out my calendar, I'm not going to. Because I'm still going to want to know when visiting day is. When I was dating my husband, he used to always go up to my door when we were taking his car, and he would unlock it for me and open it. And I thought, wow, I have a really chivalrous boyfriend. And then one day we took a trip, and we rented a car, and it had one of those, you know, electronic lock things. And so we approached the car, and he just went click, click, and then got in it. And I realized that I don't have a chivalrous boyfriend so much as that I am dating someone with a really old car. I'm a mom now, and I'm starting to pay a little more attention to all, like, the songs that we sing children that I used to just not even think twice about. And I've got a problem with some of them. For instance, if I had a hammer, I'd hammer in the morning. What time in the morning? Why are you hammering in the morning? I've been working on the railroad all my livelong days. I've been working on the railroad just to pass the time away. Really? You're doing excruciating, back-breaking labor just to while away the hours. You know, maybe if you weren't rising up so early in the morning, you wouldn't have so much time to kill. I think that we should give a lot of credit to whoever came up with the whole air quotes thing. Because when you think about it, there's really no other form of acted out punctuation we've accepted as a society. You never see anyone say like, hey, we won the game. And when I think of the trial and error this guy must have gone through, you know, just trying to find something that worked. And I just picture him at the end of his rope at a party like, hey everyone, I went to the store today and I bought a loaf of bread. Milk. Butter. What are you doing? I'm putting commas in the air so people know I'm giving them a list. I think the pauses are enough. I think the context is enough. There's no such thing as a loaf of bread with butter. Just we got it. And he was probably like, well, excuse me. I got a parking ticket the other day, and I know when most people see a parking ticket on their car, they kind of, you know, do a little grumpy dance. But when I see a parking ticket on my car, I say, thank you. Thank you, Sarah. Because I really feel that a parking ticket is a gift that I give to myself. I mean, I can't believe that simply by being willing to pay a little bit more, I can park wherever I want. I feel like I've stumbled into some sort of like VIP lifestyle. There's a part of me that really enjoys it. I call her VIP Sarah. And she's starting to get me into trouble. Like the other morning, I was lying in bed and my alarm went off. It was one of the days we had to move your car to the other side of the street, and I thought, gosh, I would give anything not to have to get up right now. And VIP Sarah heard this, and she said, anything? Would you give $40? I thought, yes, I would. And I'm going to have to in 21 days. I like the high five. I think it's cool, but I also, I feel like it's kind of clapping for lazy people. You know, it's just saying, instead of me sitting here and putting my hands together over and over again, why don't you and me just do it one time together and we'll get a lot of credit. I'm really enthusiastic. I don't think that's fair. And I think it's tricky because some people are against the high five. You know, they'll just, it's their policy, like I don't do the high five. But the problem is that you really don't ever find that out until you try to engage them in one. You know, like, yes, the shoes are on sale. Oh, I didn't know. Question? Oh, no, I don't. I understand. I think the world is can be a really hard place, and I know for me, I would like it to be a little kinder, a little gentler. I know one thing that I find really jarring is when I'm crossing the street and that bright red hand will all of a sudden pop up in my face and like, don't walk, don't walk. Don't want them getting slapped by it. And I just wish that it would say like, hey, come on, come closer. You're almost there, you can make it. You made it, yeah. And I figured out how to get a hand on there, and I just think it could be something nice. Well, thank you, you guys have been very kind.